Hey everyone, welcome back to Redditly. Today is a two-part story, so make sure you stick around for the second one as well. The first one is titled, Unusual Behavior from Wife. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Let's get right into it. Here is a preface. I work nights and she works a day shift. Her job is a male-dominated field and she seems to be with quote-unquote co-workers more frequently. There is female support staff like office jobs, part rooms, etc. We're both in our 40s and been together since 17 years old. She only started a career in the last couple years, so a workplace relationship wouldn't have presented itself in the past. Here recently, she's been hanging out with her female coworkers after work many nights. She gets off work around 5 and isn't home until about 7-8. A time or two she didn't come home until the morning because she got drunk with them and just slept it off there. I find that unusual because she's very responsible and doesn't usually get carried away with social situations. At that point, I'm not highly concerned. Last night, I wasn't scheduled to work, so I was in bed at a normal hour. I was awakened by her cell phone scream in bed at 3 a.m. I couldn't see if she was texting or browsing the net, and she wasn't being secretive with her screen like angling it away, etc. So that's probably innocuous. Then she got up and started getting ready for work. Now her shift starts at 8 and she wouldn't need to leave earlier than 7 if she wanted to grab a bite before going in. I asked her, I thought your shift doesn't start until 8. She acknowledged that, but she said she's going for a walk with her coworkers before work. She's a diesel mechanic and they have uniforms at work and she seemed more cleaned up than expected for a walk or work. Not dolled up, but yeah. She was out of the house by about 4 a.m. and would likely be to her friends by 4:30. It's still very dark and it was rainy/drizzling and about 45 degrees out. Nobody owns a raincoat in Arizona, so it would be poor conditions for a walk. Well, she drives a truck and I drive a car, so I texted her about 5 to ask if I could get the truck so I could take some things to the dump. She didn't answer. 15 minutes later, I called to ask. She said they were still out on their walk, but just to come to her work when she gets there and then get it then. If not for the rain, I would have thought it was a good opportunity to see her hair is still damp from a second shower. My brain works a bit differently than most, and I'm poor social cues, etc. Am I overthinking this? Update. I confronted her by asking to see her phone. She tried to flip the script and demand my phone, so I gave it to her along with the password. I had nothing to hide. Hell, I don't even have time for meeting others. Anyways, I looked through her messages and the one conversation I wanted to go through was conveniently missing. So I typed on the phone number and her boyfriend or whoever's name popped up. I handed her the phone and said I want to see the text with him. She acted incredulous and I told her some of what I knew, that she texted him before leaving the home today, and when she got back that I knew she was with him when she was supposedly in Vegas. She tried to act like she did not know why our phone carrier would have several pages of texting records between her and him. Since she didn't want to do anything other than storm off upstairs and retreat to the bed, I went up and told her I was packing a bag and leaving. I packed up and left. And the next story is titled, Newly Discovered Affair. How long do I have to make this effing title? Let's get right into it. Hello all. I am a 36-year-old male and my wife is 2 weeks to becoming a 40-year-old female. She disclosed to me on Tuesday, 4/12, that she had been cheating on me with a coworker for a few weeks. She's copping to 3-ish incidents in that time. She says she doesn't love him and is repulsed by the thought. Feels like that was someone else / not her, or like she was watching a movie of it. But she had plans to meet him at night, she told me. I don't even know where to start trying to unpack this as here, so I'm sorry if this is disjointed or rambling. She says she wants reconciliation and to work through this and come out stronger, and I believe I do too. I just don't know how to do that. Guess that's why I've been cruising the subreddit. Thank you for your stories. We're both seeking individual counseling and have an appointment for MC at the end of the week. We have a 7-year-old disabled / special needs son. He's not mine biologically, but I've adopted him and he is my son. He takes a lot of energy from both of us and admittedly we haven't been that close for a while before this began and discovery. Not really having S, which we both have had some hang-ups about before. Mostly centered around insecurities and poor communication. Both of us feeling unloved or avoided or unwanted. I've taken most of the week off work effing dreading my return tomorrow morning, and she tried to return on Thursday, didn't make it all day. We're currently staying at a B&B about a half hour from home and had what I would normally have been an absolute wonderful time. One big thing that's confusing me right now, and was wondering if anyone else had this reaction soon after discovery, is that we've had more S in communication more in over the past 4 days than probably the previous 6 months, initiated by both of us and completely consensual. I've never felt more attracted to her, and I'm sure there's all kinds of S to unpack here, but it has truly been amazing. I think partly because of this, I do believe we can come out of this better, but I'm just having such a crazy cycle of emotions. I feel we're both already becoming fatigued from talking about it, and I know it's stupid/ridiculous, but occasionally I feel bad about my negative emotions, or like I'm berating/punishing her, which I truly don't want to do. I guess that's enough for now. I just needed to type some of this out. And the first comment says, first of all, before anything else, you both have to get tested for STDs. No matter if she says they use protection or whatever. Don't believe that. She lied to you and betrayed you. Don't believe anything she says. Go to a doctor and get tested. If she wants to reconcile with you, then the first thing she has to do is cut her AP out of her life. Since he is a coworker, that means quit her job. That is the decision she made when she decided not only to have the affair, but also have it with someone at work. If he stays close to her, then you stand no chance. Don't make any decision towards reconciliation or divorce yet. Take your time to process what she did and to understand that. You were both in the situation where you felt unloved or unwanted, but she made a decision to no longer care about you or your marriage while you stayed faithful. She accepted that this affair might end her marriage, and she made a decision that this affair was more important to her than you. Process that, and when you think that you understood that, then make a decision. Don't make a decision for reconciliation because you need her in your life. If you decide for that, then only because you want her in your life. No matter what, meet with a lawyer and inform yourself about what a divorce would look like for you. To make a decision, you need to know what option will look like. You are worth so much more than to be treated this way. And the second comment says, don't commit to reconciliation yet. It's far too early for that. You still need to come to terms with this before you know whether or not it's a deal breaker for you. Look up hysterical bonding. That will explain the extra S and emotions, but it won't last. It's definitely not something to base reconciling on. And I'd cancel the marriage counseling. It doesn't help at this point. The marriage isn't why she cheated. The marriage wasn't broken. She is, and she needs her individual counseling to work on herself and discover why she thought this was okay. She needs to work to become a safe partner before you consider reconciling with her. Take time apart and don't promise her you'll try again. She needs to prove to you first that she's working to be worth giving another shot. The best approach, and a lot of people balk at, it's filing for divorce straight away. It shows you are serious and won't deal with being played anymore. You can stop the divorce at any point, but you tell her that she has until the divorce is final to prove to you that she's worth giving it another go. In the meantime, it allows you time to try and get your head around the situation, working with your individual counselor, and to see whether or not you want to reconcile. Your emotions are going to be all over the place for a while, yet both wanting to stay and wanting to leave. It's not a good time to be making any big decisions. If you decide you can't reconcile and it isn't going to work out, then having already starting the divorce process, you won't have wasted any time trying to reconcile for nothing. Sorry you're here, dude. It truly sucks. All the best.